His line back on it now is a deeper one. And in the end, Nico O'Reilly at the double here. Well, all this talk about Manchester City, a group of players growing old, they've got some kids, and one of them may well be putting Plymouth Argyle for all their gallantry.
Why Jamaica must develop and attract Nico O'Reilly type players for the future. Join Premier 7 right now for the big chat. There will be obstacles, there will be doubters, there will be mistakes, but with hard work, there are no limits. This is a quote from one of my favorite Olympians, Michael Phelps, as this quote linked directly to the recent form of Manchester City's youngster. Why am I talking about Nico O'Reilly? I am doing so because he's of Jamaican descent. And in that case, people, welcome on board to Premier 7 yet again. I am your host, Ryan Nelson, with a video of importance surrounding a player that will be quite decent in the Jamaica system. And of course, in that sense, the topic of importance is why Jamaica must develop and attract Nico O'Reilly type players for the future. Am I saying that Jamaica should go for Nico O'Reilly? Am I saying that he will be coming to Jamaica? Stick around and hear what I have to say, because this topic was generated from a poll that I did surrounding the City youngster. And it states, should the Jamaica Football Federation try to recruit Nico O'Reilly, who has Jamaican heritage and has played for Manchester City's senior team? Well, so far I have 22 votes, with 73% stating yes, he could be a great addition. 23% on the other hand states maybe if he's fully committed, which is good. The last one with 5% stating no, focus on current option. From that 2 likes so far, but something of importance stood out from one of the commenters in a Mr. Galaxy. He stated that they should have let John Wall do his job. He wanted to bring him in, among others, when he was head of the U20s. I believe it's gonna be very difficult, but yes, if possible, but it will be very difficult. I have to applaud that comment, because sometimes when we go at things too late, it will become more difficult for us to achieve. And let's be real. If your club wants a player who is trending, top player, and they fail to get that signing in, then you know that player will go elsewhere. And it is the same thing here for a Nico O'Reilly, who has represented England in several cases. All right, so let's talk about Nico O'Reilly. Who is he? We know that he plays for Manchester City, but I mean, we need some more details of such. Initially, Nico O'Reilly is of Jamaican descent through his parents, right? And that is something important to see, that Jamaica have a variety of players who, even if they're not here as yet, we have a lot of options. Nico O'Reilly currently is 20 years old, and he was born on the 21st of March in 2005. I have seen that this player is making waves because he has represented Manchester City at the highest level, scoring goals and playing quite well in a different position than his original. Currently for Manchester City, he is playing as a left back, because I saw where Gvardiol and Ruben Diaz is playing more so as a centre-back option, with Matthias Nunes playing right. So Nico O'Reilly, given his chance, he plays at left back, but he also is known to play other positions like central midfield, with his main position being attacking midfielder. Is this guy a utility player? It seems more than just that because he plays well as an attacking midfielder and also as a left back. You can see there that he's of Jamaican descent, just for confirmation. And in that sense as well, he has played 6 games so far for Man City's senior team, 2 goals. Not bad, not bad at all. That shows that he's making waves. However, for trophies collection, he has won the English Championship. He has won the English Super Cup 2 times. He has won the Under 21 Premier League Championship. And he has won the English Youth League title at the Under 18. So just imagine if John Wall was in the job same way. We could come to the conclusion to say then that we would have a Nico O'Reilly playing for Jamaica. And Nico O'Reilly plays for Man City just the same as our own female player, top striker, top shutter in a Khadija Bunny Shaw. So this guy is a talent, no joke about it. And he has been very much impressive playing for Manchester City at a level that persons are saying right now that he is currently the Lewis Kelly 2.0. And to be compared to a Lewis Kelly, you can see then that you're not just a normal player, because Lewis Kelly is absolutely making the Premier League his own at his current age. But I just want to extend my wings here to show you the consistency of a Nico O'Reilly. Looking to the right hand side of the screen, you're seeing that on the under 18s, this guy plays 46 times, scoring 21 goals, 17 assists. At the under 23, 26 games, scored 6 times, making 1 assist. This guy is absolutely making himself be known that football still continues. Football isn't dead, because I was at that point to believe that when Messi, when Ronaldo, when all of those players who I'm used to leave the game, then it will be set aside. But players like Nico O'Reilly, as a youngster, is making the game excited to watch. Now, why Jamaica needs players like him? Why? So too often Jamaica get outplayed in the midfield, and even though we have players who have somewhat of a speed, somewhat of a strength, this guy at the age of 20 exercised that physicality and that power and that vision that Jamaica would have need in the midfield. This guy is one of those intelligent players who you can put your trust in, because he has been playing under pressure for Manchester City because they want to finish in the top 5 to claim a Champions League spot. And this youngster is playing in games, consistently making his name be known. So someone like Nico offers calmness under pressure, clever ball progression, and positional discipline. So imagine if this guy is linked up with like a Leon Bailey, Demarai Gray, like a Michael Antonio, even a Whisper, you know, then we would absolutely have that joy to see how well this guy can control the game and make Jamaica look like a big team under pressure. Because when you have players who can control the game and direct the plays, like, when vehicles are being directed in traffics, you will then come to the realization then that this guy is one of great importance. And speaking about of great importance, I just want to let you know that this channel is making rooms. This channel is making a lot of waves. As you can see down below, we're just 179 subscribers away from 2,000. So let's go, people. Please go ahead and subscribe. Please go ahead and share the content, because when you do so, the channel will grow. And I will be here to present a lot more for you in terms of Jamaica content. Now, to the next point, Nico O'Reilly, Mason Greenwood, and the bigger picture. I am tired to speak about Mason Greenwood, and I think you guys are even exhausted to hear that Jamaica has been linked to Mason Greenwood. Mason Greenwood has switched his allegiance. But let me just share something importantly here. Mason Greenwood is an elite talent. He is one of those players who some persons would consider to be a generational talent. And just imagine if Jamaica gets a Mason Greenwood before 2026. He will he would be like a magnet, pulling players from England who are of Jamaican descent, the Nico O'Reillys, the Jacob Ramseys, the Dujan Sterling, all of those names who I think are capable to play for Jamaica. They would elevate Jamaica not only for a few years, but a lot of years to come. So Mason Greenwood would be the real deal to be that attractive player that Nico O'Reilly would say, all right, if Jamaica is having a player like Mason Greenwood, then it will take me some time to get into the groove to play for England because England is jam packed with a lot of players. This is the gateway. This is an easy entrance for me. I can play for Jamaica. But it is for the JFF to develop the system or other persons who are lovers of Jamaican football to find a way to get things done because actions do speak louder than words. So we know that Mason Greenwood is committed to play for Jamaica, but the paperwork are not finalized. And I mean, things like this now, Jamaica has to make it their priority to let our infrastructure be the talk, to pull in players when players do see what we're doing out here. They will say, all right, this is for me. I am going to do so, but we do have some issues in that case because why is it that we're not getting these players is because that there's inconsistency in our management. We have limited technical identity and there's no clear path really for youths to the senior because if you look at the JPL compared to the schoolboy football, the sponsorship that the schoolboy football receive, the atmosphere of those games, it seems as if the schoolboy football is more important or is on a better level than the JPL, which should not be the case. However, let's move on to the other point. So, what needs to change for Jamaica? I said today that if Jamaica was like Nigeria, even by extension, then the United States, the Canada, the European nations, then Nico O'Reilly would have been our player, or he would have been close to become one of our players because we have to have push and pull factors to convince persons to represent us. So, to develop or attract more Nico O'Reilly's and Greenwood's talent to Jamaica, Jamaica has to make some big moves. We need to invest in grassroots coaches and modern training facilities, establish a clear playing style from youth to senior level to build our culture and philosophy, create a serious talent identification and recruitment program, and get dual nationals early before they are tied to other countries. Football is evolving, and if we stay stuck in the past, we will get left behind. So, to wrap things up here, Nico O'Reilly, honestly speaking, no, may not be playing for Jamaica, but the quality that he brings are exactly what we need.